edition of the Art Lewis Show, the day after the Olympics ended. Seems like just yesterday they started, but here we are a couple of weeks later. And one of the most exciting finishes to an Olympic that I can remember in a long time. In studio with me is Jonathan Dent. Did you get up early? Or did you go to church and hear the story in church?
I was at church, and we were waiting for Bible study to start, and one by one, the tables, every table had somebody looking at their phone, and one by one, saw everybody lighting up as they saw the results.
Give me an amen. Give me an amen. Well, it was a heck of a game. It was a heck of a finish for the U.S. men and women.
Yeah.
When you think about it. And a lot of Michigan representation.
Oh, for sure. And I think it's crazy that everybody on the ice for that overtime win for the men's game was from Michigan.
I was rooting for the United States anyway, but I was really rooting for Vinny Trocheck. I know him.
Yeah.
He was in Saginaw for many years. His banner was the first to be raised up in the rafters, and it was kind of fun seeing him there. He's been around hockey now, but in the NHL for a lot of years.
Yeah, making a name for himself. And
with the New York Rangers now, doing well. Anyhow, but there are other stories, and you were telling me about one, not a great story, a sad story on the one hand.
Yeah, I'm surprised you hadn't heard it before. Figure skater Maxim Naumov, for the U.S., his parents were his coaches, and if you remember, was it last year or 2 years ago that there was that helicopter and plane crash in D.C.?
Washington.
Yeah. Well, his parents, and they were on the plane, and they ended up dying in that crash. But the last conversation, according to the stories that I've seen, that he had with his parents were about, okay, I'm going to double down and I'm going to try and make the Olympics in 2026. And he did. And he competed in the 2026 Olympics. He didn't medal, but it's a really cool story. And he's taken over the skating school that his parents had run. So, no, just a really cool story there if you get the chance to look it up.
Yeah, I will. Sounds good. What else of the Olympics did you watch? What do you like?
I really just checked out highlights for the most part.
Me too. Basically, that's right.
Yeah.
Except for one thing. And don't ask me why. And you know what's coming.
Yeah, curling.
You got it.
I love curling.
I don't know what it is about it, but if I come across it, I stop.
It's fascinating.
It's like watching paint dry, but it's still... It captures your imagination.
Yeah.
I want to go one of these days, either I want to go over there or we'll get somebody over here from the Midland Curling Club to explain the rules.
Yeah.
Like there was this charge of a double touch when the stone was tossed. The points, how do you score them? And I have no idea what I'm watching, but I can't turn away from it. I don't know what it is.
It's for me anyway, it's a combination of I could do that. And
that may be part of it. It's not one of those sports that's beyond your capacity.
Yeah, and it's just so satisfying to see the rocks
you see
hitting
some
each
guy
other.
Throw a rock down ice and some guy running with a broom or gal running with a broom. Okay.
Yeah. It's fun. I think it's great, the shouting and the communication.
Yeah,
I don't know what they're saying.
I have no idea.
I don't know what they're telling each other, but...
Brush, curl. But it's one of those things. It's just inexplicable. I mean, if it's on and I go by it, I stop.
Yeah. The other one that I like seeing the highlights for, I don't even remember what it's called. What's the skiing where they go and they go for distance off a jump?
Well, ski jumping.
Is it ski jumping?
Yeah.
Okay. I love watching that because it's just insane.
It's nuts.
Seeing people
you know what else
fly
is?
Like that.
If you watch them do the freestyle and they have to get up on the rails with their skis
and
do flips and all kinds of stuff, and you're going, how does a human body do that?
Oh, yeah. Snowboarding's fun to watch,
the
too.
ones that are the most dangerous, obviously, it's a downhill. They're doing, I think they're somewhere clocked at 37 or 38 miles an hour or more.
Sheesh.
And, and I was watching, I just happened to have it on when, what's her name, Lindsey Vonn took another spill.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
It's amazing. And she's done that more than once in her life. I mean, she's a broken body as it is. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. But when all was said and done for the United States, not a bad Olympic because it's the highest gold medals we've achieved in Winter Olympics. And we came in second in the medal count. We had 33 to Norway's 41. And the difference was in gold. Norway had 18, we had 12.
One Norwegian skier had 6
Yeah,
of those gold
responsible.
medals. That's crazy.
Keep him out of the games next time.
Okay, you've had your fun.
Yeah, you got it. You're
Well,
done.
Yeah.
But and I the other end of that, nobody ever talks about the ones that got the least. Belgium got 1 bronze. They were at the bottom of the list of 29 that medaled.
Mhm.
Georgia, Estonia, Denmark, each had 1 silver apiece. Denmark surprised me. I thought they'd have more. Kazakhstan only got 1 medal, but it was gold. Brazil, the same thing. 1 medal, but gold.
Nice.
So it was pretty good. But the top 5, Norway with 41, U.S. with 33, Italy with 30, Germany with 26, Japan with 24. So
This is, and I know it's supposed to be, but I think this is one of the least political Olympics that I've noticed.
I think you're probably right because I didn't hear anything. It was,
Yeah.
off-putting, so to speak.
No. So.
Anyway, our lines are open at 989-752-6111. If you would like to join us, give us a call. We'll get you set up and move on from there. As expected, with the Supreme Court ruling last week on the tariffs, the president has found a way around, apparently legal way to do it. Not nearly the amounts, because he did 15% across the board,
Mhm.
but they're not going away anytime soon. So,
Yeah, I think the reactions that I've seen to that being, "Ha, they got him." It's like, "Oh, so the system works? Great." Like,
that's the way I feel about it.
That's-
I've said that all along. What was interesting, there's a story, and I don't think I printed it out, but there's a story about judges that apparently are saying 35 times the administration has ignored their orders. These pretty much revolve around deportation.
yeah.
And one judge, I think, held one of the lawyers in contempt. The question is going to be, though, how much authority do the federal judges have? The Supreme Court has already said they can only rule on those things that affect their district.
Mm.
So, how much weight does their order carry? To be determined. Don't know.
That's interesting.
But
I hadn't heard that.
Yeah, there's a story online today. All right, we'll take a break and we'll come back. Lines open for you. It's an open line hour here on WSGW.
4,000.
All right, we're back with you here on the Art Lewis Show. Jonathan Denton studio. Carl is on the phone, so let's go to our phones this morning and say good morning to Carl in Saginaw. Good morning, Carl.
Good morning, Art and Jonathan. I was really glad to hear about this decision from the Supreme Court, although I think they took their sweet time making a decision. I think it was pretty obvious, when Trump started this, that it wasn't about national security. It was about Trump wanting to be in the center of making a lot of deals. And he has said as much, on social media, that a ruler in one country would say something he didn't like, so he'd raise the tariff on that country. That's not what the Constitution says.
Well,
And the court said that.
it wasn't the motivation behind the tariffs that the courts shot down. It was the standing for.
So it's the act he used.
It's the act he used, and the motivation doesn't matter. The law is the law, and he's found another way to do things.
And everybody knew there are other ways around
Yeah.
it that are legal. They won't be as big.
Yep.
They won't be
as targeted.
punishing and reciprocal, so
Yep.
to speak. But he already did it.
No.
15% across the
No.
board.
but think about businesses now, Art. They're trying to plan, investments and plan for the future. So our tariffs are off. Well, now they're going to be back on again, but maybe they'll be off again after that. And and the refunds, that's going to be a mess in the courts. There's billions of dollars of refunds. Well, it's going to be in the courts for the next couple of years.
Could be. Could be.
And my prediction is you're going to see like the Fortune 500 companies will probably get most of their money back, but small local businesses, they're never going to get a refund.
Is that a political statement, or is that what you truly believe?
That's my prediction of that's what usually happens. The big companies, they'll game the system, they'll get their money back. And you watch the little guy, how much money the little guy gets back, the small businesses or the farmers get back.
Well, it won't be as much as the big companies, but then again, they didn't lose as much as the big companies.
Yeah. Well, they said the average family probably has paid $1,700 for these tariffs over the last year.
So
I question those numbers, but that's beside the point.
This tariff situation is a long-term game, and it's probably like that. I think that's why I disagree with it more than anything. Is whoever's next in office probably won't carry it on, so the imposition of these tariffs probably fails. But the long-term goal is, we go through a little bit of pain right now, but it's for the sake of incentivizing in America.
And we've
business.
seen some of that.
And we've seen it already just a little bit. And over the next decade, if this kind of thing keeps up, that could be a really good move. But I'm not hopeful that it keeps up.
I believe in tariffs when they're used to bring business to the country. I do not believe in them for reciprocal political reasons.
I agree with that, yeah.
No. So go through Congress, pass tariffs that make sense, and those tariffs will become law, and they will remain. They won't change just because the president changes.
Yeah, in an ideal world, sure.
And the Congress people definitely will vote for those tariffs when their campaigns are being funded by the companies that don't want them.
Yeah. Forget it. Not going to happen.
Well, if you want to, the Constitution says Congress does tariffs. So if you believe in the Constitution, you do it the right way.
Yeah. However, also remember this, Carl. Congress, when it came to tariffs, passed all kinds of exemptions.
Mm-hmm.
There's a whole rafter of exemptions.
Judge Gorsuch said it's supposed to be hard in his ruling. It's not supposed to be easy.
Well, that's what he
You're
said.
supposed to go through. Well,
no, I know. He didn't refer to any of. He did
judge.
not refer to any of those exemptions. They were only talking about the IEEPA. They're only, or PF, whatever it is. It's the one War Powers Act. That's all they focused on. Period.
Yes.
But
if you read the Constitution, it's very clear. Congress.
Well, then what do we need a court for? If
taxes.
it's that clear, what do we need a court for?
Because people challenge.
Is that right?
It. Like,
in other words, people don't
Trump,
maybe read it the same way you do or I do. Funny thing about that.
Well, this was a 6-3 decision, Art.
Yeah, no, I'm listen, I've already said that I agree with that decision. But don't carry it beyond that decision because it doesn't affect all the other things.
Well, the point that he's trying to make is it's supposed to go through Congress. And I agree with that. It is supposed to go through Congress.
In normal channels, yes.
In normal channels.
But they do have exemptions.
But there are laws in place to allow for it to go through other channels.
Which Congress passed.
Yep.
So, all right. Gotta run.
Okay.
Take care.
Thank you.
And here's Paul in Saginaw. Paul, good morning.
Morning, Art. Art, I had some thoughts about the upcoming Republican primary for governor. It looks like it might be a repeat of the primary when Rick Snyder ran. 3 conservatives split up the conservative vote, and the libertarian Snyder got in. This time it's Perry Johnson as the libertarian because Mike Cox, John James, and Arnie Nesbitt will split up the conservative vote. What do you think?
Don't agree. Johnson's tried it before. Didn't get anywhere.
Yeah, but there's 3 conservatives standing up to vote.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't think Johnson is going to make it. I mean, it's an interesting campaign, but it's the same one he used before. You know, you'll say 47-47, and he rebuilt the auto industry through his efficiencies. We all heard that before, and it didn't do any good. But I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, that's only an observation. It's not reality. I don't know what'll happen. Ask me the day after.
He's the only one spending money. The other 3 ain't spending a dime.
That's because he's got it. It's his own money.
Right. And money talks.
Well, yeah, you can also spend a lot of money way too early. Got to remember that
primary isn't that far away.
August seems to be a bit far away for me.
Yeah, people aren't going to remember anything.
You're right.
Yep.
Yeah, you're not thinking of the May primary. That one only has to do with the 35th.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, no, it's August. So he's way out in front. Which, I mean, it's not bad to get your name out there and all of that stuff. But I don't know that it's going to do a lot. I mean, if it does, more power to him. I mean, you know, Snyder came along and, you know, labeled himself the nerd, and the next thing you knew, the nerd won. So
exactly.
Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, no.
Good enough. Thanks.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Later.
And let's talk to Ed in Harrison. Ed, good morning.
Good morning, Art. How was your day going?
Just delightful.
Nice sunshine up here a little bit.
Well, we got a lot of snow down here a little bit. We got enough.
Oh,
of
yeah,
it.
you've got a lot more. I see that.
Well, we don't
on television.
actually we don't have much, but it was just enough to coat the roads, make it slippery.
Yes. Well, anyway, your first caller was talking about, your subject was tariffs, and he was saying about how much everybody supposedly lost and should be repaid. Well, let's go back to Obamacare. With all the money we were supposed to save and how much it's cost us, can we get our money back from that?
Gotta love it.
I mean, that's the same story we were given, how much it was going to save us and give us.
Yeah, no, I'm not disagreeing with you. Although I didn't, you know, I mean, I don't have a chance of losing anything on Obamacare, but I might have lost something on tariffs. All right. And Jonathan has to leave because he has work.
That's my comment.
That's all right. Ed, good one. Thanks. Appreciate it.
You have a good one.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now. All right. We'll be back with more calls. We'll get to Tim and Dan when we return. We take a moment to talk about, you know, I've been saying all along, don't forget winter's not done yet. Well, look outside, folks, right? And winter tires are important. They're important to your safety. And Quick Lane Freeland is a great place to get your tires because they sell all their tires at just $5 over cost, including winter tires. Excuse me. And I've asked John to talk about winter tires while I choke here. Anyway, John, tell us about winter tires.
Hello, Art. Yes, winter tires are made with a pliable rubber compound that includes silica to stay flexible and maintain grip in freezing temperatures. Unlike harder all-season tires, which stiffen and lose traction in the cold, this flexible compound allows the tire to better conform to the road surface, providing superior grip and traction on snow and ice to keep you safe.
Which is what it's all about, keeping you safe. Stop in today at Quick Lane Freeland on the McDonald Ford property. Have them check your tires, your cooling system. Remember, as a matter of fact, all your routine maintenance can be had at Quick Lane Freeland. And while you're there, check out the new Ford products from McDonald Ford and their pre-owned lot, too. All waiting for you in 2026. 2 names standing ready to help you with all your automotive needs. Stop in today.
Before he was a financial
All right, we're back with you, and let's get back to the phones. We're going to go up to Midland and talk to Tim this morning. Tim, good morning.
Good morning, gentlemen. Art and Jonathan. How are we doing this
Jonathan
morning?
had to go to work, so he left the studio.
Oh,
He had something to record this morning.
well, we got the brains of the operation still there then.
Where I'll look around. Let me see. What's up?
I want to go back to the Carl and the tariff thing, and I think there's so much irony and so much hypocrisy here. First, I'll start with the irony. Trump appointed 3 of the judges on the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
They ruled against him. Yeah, they're upholding the law. And the law is one of these things, it's the greatest thing, except when it's again, oh, wait a minute, no, these guys are un-American.
Yeah. I really, because I do this all the time, I just wish Trump would shut his mouth. Do the job and shut your mouth.
Exactly. I do. I agree with what he was trying to do with the tariffs. I think trying to bring manufacturing back to the country is a great thing. I think, but it's illegal. You can't. But sorry.
Well, it's not. Well, hold on a minute. It's not.
Okay.
The way he did it was illegal.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah. Okay.
The second piece, the hypocrisy is he stands there and calls these people un-American and unpatriotic. He's standing next to Howard Lutnick. This man is deep in the Epstein stuff and a liar on his involvement in the Epstein stuff. You can't make this up. You're standing right next to your Commerce Secretary, who is a liar. It's like, wait a second.
Yeah.
I laugh.
Yeah,
it's
but
hilarious.
it's Trump. It
is, but it's just like you're right. If you know what, if he would keep his mouth shut for 2 weeks, his approval rating would go way up.
Oh, absolutely. I think you're absolutely right. Because right now, there was a poll. Let me find it. I pulled it down just for the fun of it. 6 in 10 Americans, according to this headline, 6 in 10 Americans disapprove of Trump's job performance, a new poll says. So that's disapproval rating of 60%. But he's been down in that 40% approval rating range for a long time, 30s, 40s. And, the only approval rating that means anything is Election Day.
Oh, it is. You're right. Yeah, I think you're going to see that approval rating drop. It's going to continue to drop. And it's going to drop.
I think you may be right.
And this one guy, Perry Johnson, has hooked his wagon to the Trump star, 47-47. Boy, that's a genius math there. How'd you get those numbers?
Yeah, how does he know how much I'm going to save? I guess that's on average.
Where did you get the 47 number from?
Yeah, I guess, I understand what you're saying, but I don't think most people will associate it that way because he's talking about dollars saved, and when you see the dollar sign, the rest goes away,
I know. People think, but my point is I think he's hitched his wagon to the Trump star a little too early, and it's just going to end up taking him down. It's like you got to be your own man, and you got to have your own decisions and stuff, and that's what's going to separate you out, I think.
Yeah, but it is the same. It's the same type of campaign he ran before.
Oh, I know. He ran the same thing before. He's a bean counter. He's not a leader. So just be careful of that. You've had bean counters. You put bean counters in leadership positions, and they make decisions based on statistics and numbers, and which is a good way to make decisions.
On the number of beans in the plate.
Yeah, so I'd be careful of bean counters.
Absolutely.
So that's my final thoughts. Thanks, Art.
Good enough. Thanks for calling. Take care. Bye-bye now.
Yep.
In Saginaw, we find Dan this morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Art. Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
A little lighter note. I was watching Olympics quite often during this 2-week stretch or so, and brought a lot of joy and happiness to a lot of people, I think, especially with these wins with the men's hockey team, which excelled with their goalie, which just did a tremendous job of keeping those shots away.
Yeah, he was phenomenal.
And if it wasn't for him,
they would have lost if it wasn't for him. They would have probably lost 4-1, 5-1.
Even though I'm not the biggest hockey fan, that was probably the most exciting game I've seen. And from the standout of one country facing another country, which is usually superior to you as far as the sport of hockey, and also the women. The women came out and did the same thing to Canada too as well. But on the team side, those left a great impression. And when the guys were interviewed, the president called them and invited them to the White House already, and all these other positive things that they were saying about the country and how great it was to play and represent the USA. I think people need to pay more attention to these things and some of the other things that people discuss all the time.
I think you're right.
And,
I was glad to hear those comments.
And the thing is, and as far as individuals, there's Alicia Liu in skating, had a tremendous performance, and I guess she kind of quit skating for a while when she was 16, and almost was ready to not do it, and came back and is a very delightful person to watch, very joyful. Already I seen yesterday she had a commercial from her win, and just an exciting person to watch, and just many other people. And when I see these people going down the hill at skiing at 70 miles an hour or better, and and bobsledding at 70, 75 miles an hour. I mean, can you imagine going down the highway at 70 miles an hour down a hill, and you're picking up speed, and now you're doing that on the slopes?
Yeah, no.
So those are the kind of things that excite me. Yeah. And
well, that's good. You got something out of the games. I mean, that's the entertainment side of it, you know.
Well, I was those kind of things. I mean, there's always something there you can pick up on and learn from. And I think more people need to look at some of these things and that are more maybe not everyday life, but they sure tie into a lot of these situations that we have every day.
Yeah. Good enough.
So, thanks for taking the call.
You bet, Dan. Yep. Thanks. Take care now. A break, and we'll come back. We'll get to Mark and Bob when we return.
It's natural to have questions.
Because he's obviously plays for the New York Rangers, so his schedule is based on whatever they need. But we probably will have Vinny on, hopefully in the next couple of weeks, to chat about it.
Right.
But as far as getting him here with his gold medal, that's going to be down the road. That takes a little pre-planning because of scheduling and everything.
Right. Sure.
Because, you know, when the Spirit are in season, guess what? So are the National Hockey League teams. So, right. But it's certainly something being looked at.
Good deal. Hey, a couple days ago, you had a caller call in and was pretty upset that potentially Trump administration kids were profiting, or if Trump was going to make money off of his kids with the business dealings. Yet there was stiff upper lip when Hunter Biden was selling paintings through a straw under that administration. There was nothing said about that. So, and then one thing I was excited that said that I heard that was never coming back was ROTC. We had talked about that, bringing back ROTC, and it looks like the city is central. Bay City Central is getting an Army ROTC. So I think that would be good for the community as far as keeping kids healthy and respect and so forth, job careers.
Well,
I think that would be good for the community.
Yeah, but I'm a little surprised in high school. I mean, college, I understand it. But high school, well, maybe. Why not? I mean, I think if it's used to teach history and prepare these young people, well, no problem. It's a choice thing anyway. It's not mandated.
Right. Yeah, no, it's a choice. Like when you go to recruit when I went back in a long time ago, you go in as an E3 as opposed to an E1 enlisted.
Right. Yeah.
So if you do that's a pay grade increase, pretty substantial, as far as jumping pay rates if you just take the courses through high school. Which a huge benefit.
I was in ROTC. I was in Air Force ROTC in college until I got 4F, and then I was done. But yeah, so I don't have anything against it. It's a choice thing, and I think it teaches you discipline and teamwork and all those good things.
Absolutely. All righty, sir. That's all I had.
Good. Thanks a lot. Have a good one.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Yep. Bye.
And we'll head up to West Branch where we find Bob this morning. How much snow you got?
Oh, very little, about an inch.
Oh, we don't even that much. Yeah, we had just enough to coat the roads.
Yeah, not very much. It's not bad up here. In fact, it's better than last year. At least I haven't had plows, but, the temps have been kind of low, though, Art, I got to tell you.
Yeah,